All right, we're one game away. I mean, are they just gonna get swept? Is this it? Is there no hope? I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think BLG should have won the last game on the comp they drafted. And yet Tien was terrible, so it happened. Lucian ban is again. These guys chose blue side. They banned TK again, which honestly, I guess. I don't know. They banned Maokai. Why did they ban Maokai? These were the same, so we still have like target bans, and then they chose Renata. So Renata does deprioritize Callista a little bit, but you can still pick it. And now I'm curious if they're just gonna play like Nautilus? Question mark? Like Varus? That would be wild. I mean, we've seen it though. We've seen Varus support. Maokai ban. I guess they did this because after seeing this, they already know that Callista, Callista, Varus, and Ashe are all up. So if these champions are up, also Rumble's up. If these champions are up, then most likely it's gonna get a little interesting. So they got rid of like just a very simple pick. So they first pick Ashe. So naturally, like I said, like you would be inclined to take Varus here because if you're taking Ashe, Ashe support sucks. Oh, let's make sure I have my headset in though.
Had the solution, but the execution wasn't there.
Yeah, and now we're going for a slightly different option. Now Ashe was hugely dominant early into spring. It's still very good.
Well, they take the Varus. So
I think Top Esports were looking for
they get the Varus, and what do? Like, do you stick to playing like Ashe? Do you do like Ashe Nautilus, and then you take the Zir? Because like you find the Zir to be good. Do you like take a Zir and then take Nautilus? Draven! Draven! Hello! Holy shit, we are going all in. Now, I will say, I'm putting the question marks down, but Draven is good into Callista, and Ashe is good into Callista. So, this might actually be pretty good.
Jackie Love goes for the Draven.
We finally get it. You know this is when Jackie Love knows it's serious. He needs to find that carry performance. He's going to go back to one of his classics. But my goodness, we wouldn't want more focus on bot lane. There's 480 carries down there now. If Callista's going to join.
All pressure onto the team. It wasn't enough already. It feels like these are two, fangs bad bot lane.
Okay. So, they take the Vi. Last time they took Vi at the 2-3, right? They took Vi here last game. So they're taking the Vi now. Vi does have very easy like capabilities to get onto these two champs. They need someone to peel. This guy's the first peel case, and then they need something else here. Now, you would say that Xin Zhao is an option, a fighting option. They can't go Viego. They could go... So Xin is like something that you can consider. There's Seju. There's... Fuck, what else is there? That like you play in the... Rel? Rel would be pretty good, actually. Rel would be nice. Okay, you might want to ban Rel. And because 369 is basically playing Renekton, so they might ban Renekton. If you force them to play Xin Zhao with Ashe, Draven, and this guy, like it is a lot of forward fighting. I'll admit. They're gonna ban they're gonna ban probably the Talia again, and then ban... I mean, do you ban the Kali? I can see how the Kali would be pretty threatening again. But also, I'm of the opinion that if you pick a Kali, the Vi will just R the Kali when she enters. I'm not sure. Let's see what they do. I do consider Rel to be pretty damn good here.
Very early, the Poppy's one of those things you're thinking, Xin Zhao, Lee Sin, a couple of these picks get towards that level 3 player head bot side.
I like the focus of Poppy's on those, taking away some of those roaming mids from Knight. Or you seem actually take a pretty big resurgence in those here, moving out the sidelines, moving into the jungle base.
Poppy. Right. That... I don't know what to say about that. That does make sense to ban Poppy because like you do have the Callista, but there is something to consider in that if you pick Poppy, like the Varus outranges you. Like if it's Varus AD and Callista support instead of Callista AD and Varus support, you get outranged. So it's not really like the biggest deal. But the Poppy ban wouldn't tell me that they're playing Callista support. And they could, like, so they banned Tilia because they don't want them to have it. Also, granted, Tilia's good into her, but they have a Seer. Poppy. I don't know. I feel like they need something to engage though, because they have Ash arrows. So like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna play on Ash arrows, and that's it. I mean, Xin is the most obvious and the most threatening fighter. They probably take Lee Sin, no? So he does have a TF. Interesting. I didn't realize he had a TF. I think at this point, they're probably gonna go Lee. I feel like Lee, I mean, obviously people remember TN for his Lee, but specifically in this game, you know, yes, you can play full team fight with Rel, with Seju, and that's fine and dandy. But I almost feel like having the strength of Lee to run around, especially when it's double ADC, can be pretty beneficial. And they take what? Acel, so he does have an Acel. Well, that's problematic because Acel will press his E and these guys can't do anything. So now I really do think I play Lee. Like, you can play Rel, but I feel like I just want Lee to be really strong and just fight it out. And is he going to pick Renekton for the third game in a row? I feel like in this game, I'd rather just play Cassante. Because it's Vi, so you can deal with Vi, no problem. You can handle the Varus, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's probably the better pick, Lee Cassante. The thing is, you just have shit engaged, which is with Ashe. Like, that is a fact. But you're already, like, you kind of need to play into sides with just Ashe picks. I mean, like, Ashe arrow picks.
Let's go!
The only other way I see this is you're picking Renekton Rel, and then you're playing full team fight. But then it's like full team fight into the Acel sounds kind of losing. So yeah, like go skirmish phase. Rek'Sai. Okay. So they go Rel for the team fight, but then they pick Rek'Sai, and then Rumble's up. So even though this is like super, like, this makes Rel's decision so much worse because Rel is a controller, right? Naturally, bot lane is like the area you want to go, but if you pick a counter pick like Rumble, like, this guy will fuck this champ up 100%. This champ will be in danger often. And again, you throw an equalizer down, like, nobody can move. I hope to God they play it. Like, I swear to God, I hope they play it, because it is the #1 counter pick to Rek'Sai. Like, why the fuck did we pick Rek'Sai? So they didn't go the thought process I have. They went full team fight. But your team fight is way worse than theirs, so looks like a 3-0 to me, man. It actually looks like a 3-0. Maybe it won't be, but it looks like a 3-0.
Any team in the LPL we can trust with aggressive team composition and the execution. BLG, they're the entire split and they've taken the very best teams in our league. They have earned their position in this finals. They are on the precipice of earning themselves a title.
For BLG, this is the second final. A year ago, from this split, they were taken down 3-1 by their nightmare in JDD. They went on to lose 7 best of against that squad. 369, the only one from that JDD roster on the other side of top esports. It feels like it's been years since we've seen them at this mountaintop, but here they are again.
Maybe Rel can do an invade.
But Mako, Jackie Love, Tian, and 369 could do it. It's gonna rely on this drain for Jackie Love.
She can invade top, but maybe she can do a late invade bot. I mean, they are stronger in theory.
Gives some energy to make sure we don't go to 3-0 in some do, but TS looking for a lot of light.
I love what Knight's doing here.
Yeah, he's scouting.
Make sure that he could drop a comment on someone in the bush.
I mean, they both know. Like, obviously, BLG, like, being in the positions they are in bot side, like, they're even stopping. Oh my god. Oh my god, BLG just read them so hard. Even though Acel is late to lane, which does suck a little bit. I mean, you just got Ashe's full sums. And then they pulled the wave, and they're just gonna hold it. So naturally, Rel has to come down here. Jean, where's Jean? Jean wants a path bot, which is obvious. Like, every single player is going to path bot for jungle. So Rel, dude, there's wards here, and Rel doesn't know that it's warded. So Rel is now invading and taking the blue, which doesn't. I don't remember. Does this yield 3? Nope. That's what I thought. It doesn't yield 3. So Tien, the brilliant mastermind, invades level 2. Can't get level 3 from this camp. And does he have smite? He doesn't have fucking smite. So he's invading without smite. And he doesn't even have... Okay, he does have cosmic, but... Holy shit. I mean... they build this wave, but... I mean, they'll get probably everything, maybe not. Down 8. I'm curious, when they pulled the wave, what did it look like?
This is his champion. Mako on the Ashe as well, putting that in
Oh,
towards
he
that
hit,
lane.
why did he hit that?
Honestly, Elkin on, and the rest of the team setting them up have been so devastating early into the game. And this is no different. The very first game of the split used to play, it was Elkin on this duo of the Kalista and the Varus being so deadly and pushing into 3v3. It's starting in a horrific way top esports. Here, what could be the last game for 3v0 of the start.
Oh, he went longsword on Kalista, by the way. So he doesn't have the support item, which is going to be pretty delayed. But he did this purely so he could fight. But then at that point, oh, because he can't get D-Blade and it. So this is his alteration. Got it. Interesting. I guess that's definitely one way to go about it.
An early level 2 will be there for Elk.
So ideally, Kalista does not hit him here. Do you know why? When Kalista hits him here, this pulls the minions and this creates a push. It's actually bad to trade onto him this way. Especially when your jungler's here, so you just let the wave keep pulling or like stabilizing, and you don't do anything like what she did. Like just throw your Qs, throw your Es, and chill out. So the fact they did this kind of created a push, which then becomes really awkward, and then Draven has to push. Like ideally, you know, Rel would have done the Krugs, and since they're kind of like, they have to play forward, but it's like kind of awkward, this wouldn't have turned out as bad. I think it works out that way, right? I mean, I know they backed up because Rel shows up. Were they struggling that hard to contest the wave before she showed?
Now the Tien is on his
Yeah, a little.
way down.
Though I will say, the On definitely just ate shit ran like for fun.
That is where we take a look. Now the Tien,
Yeah, he definitely ate shit for fun. But Tien does help turn this. And then, like I said, they have to push, but then Tien kills himself. And now Vi is down here doing her camps, and guess what? Tien went back bot on Krugs because he can't let his bot lane be a play. But it's too late now because they already got everything they needed. And they can't really successfully zone the Varus. Also, I definitely would have gone Ignite as Bin. Like, I know he can go TP, but it's like he really does lose out his ability to actually kill the Rek'Sai, so that was a mistake. He's also Conk, which again I definitely find that to be a mistake as well. These guys cheese base, so they know that Jun. I mean, they never see him. I mean, that is worth noting, is that they never see Jun leave.
So let's talk
But they just risked it. They're just like, screw it, you know, even though, like, yeah, Vi could be down here. My Ashe has no flash. And also the Rel
I do wonder though, because Jun is having a lot of confidence.
left. So yeah, like they pinged that like Rel could be on the Raptors and maybe Rel could go bot side again and match us in this fight. I mean, they just need to be careful. That's all it is. They just have to be careful. There's really nothing else to it. I can't say anything else because he could come back around and actually fish for a play. And they know this is not warded. Because this ward has been here for long enough, I'm pretty sure they would know this is warded. And they also know Rel dipped this way, so she's either going this way or this way, right? He's turning this way so he can get Crab. Maybe he can pressure this and like help out the Rumble. So you have two choices, right? And I don't mind this, but yeah, like this really just sucks because the Ashe doesn't, or the Kalista does not have flash, and also the Varus wins this.
Combat versus an actual ADC, both of them will back away.
You got 4 Halo Blades in that bot side. Yeah, that's how much.
Now he helps this guy get the crash, but you know, it's on again. It's on Bin because Bin didn't go ignite.
They do. I mean, we've seen the early game tools being put together, which we're going to get really this time. It's you know, you have 4 Halo Blades on the side, but damage comes out such a quick amount. Yeah, it's very easy to get kills, even if you have the range up beforehand. It goes into a 1-for-1, the kill goes over towards Elk. Now, it's like 2 segments top people on the top side, not the full 3 side.
Bin couldn't deny that one there. He moved in, tried to pressure TN on that side of the map there. Also, push him. Now, knowing that he's on this side of the map, he takes the skirmish. They'll push him out, so they will secure that one skill, or at least a rubby for themselves.
So Sorel does not have items. That's so funny. That's actually so funny. Honest is being a little too cute.
The slowdown's so big, On can't get away from this one, and Jackie Love comes up big.
I mean, he gets another kill. So right now, Kalista's like incredibly useless. That's just a fact. She's incredibly useless. Jean is doing a good job of kind of pushing Tien out.
And we have to applaud Jackie Love. He has been the strongest ADC over this last year, even with Ruler having so many pop-ups in 2023. Consistently, even with some of those matchups in late game finals, it is Jackie Love who comes up clutch every time.
I think Jackie Love has this big point of this. Going over the spot side, started not taking early, just everything focused on fighting. Killing the champions rather than dying. Cream this time, something like fire, nothing else in, fight towards double side.
Oh, my beautiful Rumble, you do absolutely nothing. You do absolutely nothing. Draven has ER. Yikes. Also, the ASOL is down a reasonable amount, which just should not be true, or should be held this way. So, I guess their ASOL play is pretty weak. I mean, he's defending, it's great. It does suck sacking your HP to do that, though, because, I mean, like, it just only hurts his lane. He's playing the TP back to lane. I mean, good for Bin, he clears his waves, there's no play. Good on Tien, because now Tien's actually getting some trading back into top side. I mean, this would be really good if they can get this, no? Like, he clears this. Tien, or it's not Tien, Jean takes the dragon. And Rel, like, the one thing I'll say I don't like what Rel's doing here is I'd much prefer if Rel did not show through crossing up. Because by him doing this, it's, like, very obvious where he is. And so now it lets Bin react, it lets Jean react, and their bot lane can't touch the wave. And now they're in this position where, like, they might be dove, they don't have TPs, he gets dove, he gets killed, and... Holy fucking shit, dude. They played it pretty well, too. Like, this is a non-canon wave, by the way, so there's a lot of risk of this just, like, not working out for them. And, like, what else can Jackie Love do?
Cease and desist onto Jackie Love. They know who they need, and they get him with a piercing arrow straight through the heart.
Like, what can Maiko do?
Between Maiko and Jackie Love, he's going to use the Whirling Death to try to get the wave there. There's a cease and desist onto Jackie Love. They know who they need, and they get
him
with
hold.
a piercing arrow straight through the heart.
And even though the 2v2's
no way! They're gonna get him! The Fates call in! One more auto!
That's sick, man. I gotta say, that was sick. Love it. Honestly, love it. And that stems from Tien. Tien just showed on the wave and just showed on mid wave and just rolled up top with, like, no fucks given. And he got literally nothing done. I mean, congratulations, you killed the Rumble. Like, that is so, like, does not matter. It really does not matter. And now they pick up another kill on bot side, because you know what Jean is doing? Jean's like, okay, I mean, the grubs are just not a play, because no one's taken any of them yet. And Bin is, like, semi-inting a little bit. Like, he should kind of expect that this could be a situation. But even if he dies, his TP's coming up soon, so, like, he can't really lose much. And then these guys are contesting forward for some odd reason, which ends up killing Ashe. And it's like, okay, well, the Varus is 4-0, which is definitely going to be a problem.
So damn strong, but it's on, and when they came together, that their individuality didn't really play, but their togetherness has really paid dividends.
I think BLG is a plus. You have Bin, you've got Nexus Solomons. Like, they should be in so many different worlds. You think this will be the place to focus on. Don't worry, we focus on that one. But in this playoffs, I think particularly, it has been about these names which have become big names through BLG. I think on the Geo, they have really stepped up to the plate to be worthy of this team.
And I think the biggest thing is the three names that we feel like have stepped up a lot in this one. Shun, LPL, they have never won a championship. This would be the first for them, and they have such a strong performance.
And now Tien has to babysit bot lane a little bit. Make sure they're safe. They're playing for Dragon. Dragon's up in 1 minute. And this time, their bot lane actually respects a chance to be cheesed, and hopefully they don't fall for it again. I mean, it is very possible they could. Yeah, they don't. And Jean gets a base off, so he gets a better item. They're way stronger for this fight. And yeah, I don't know if they should actually take this or not.
That's the thing about these bot lanes.
Find a game break. They're pretty good at acting too.
So Aesol goes back. So I have a little issue with this, and that is either. Also, you shouldn't use this Q that way. With them slightly leaning already, ideally they would have started pushing this wave. Like, he would have thrown a Q all the way through the wave, which would do quite a bit. And they could get this push, then they would wrap around this way to dip. Vi could sit here and he can push this, and then Azir needs to go this way. Like, Azir actually has to go around. So Tien is fishing on a play where it's like, I guess the best sense is that Varus has no flash, and Ashe, Arrow, he can't cleanse. I guess that's like the play you're looking for. And it is possible you can actually... Well, no, you can't, because Kalista has R. No matter what, Elk will position in a way in which he gets hit by it. They'll Kalista R, and then they're fine. So... But see, like, Aesol's late to this play. And I guess I just have to ask to myself, is it worth going on this now? I mean, Ashe has no flash. But Azir is moving first. And they know Azir is moving first. So Aesol actually could have moved down too. You know, so there's a couple things to consider. Aesol can push this. Vi chills out, and it's true, she doesn't commit to any kind of play. And then Aesol and her can like push this way into Azir, who wants to get back to mid wave. And if they go through here, they're gonna what? Go through bot lane and then come all the way up, and then these two are just chilling here, and then these guys get the bot push because you left there and you have to go back bot. Like, it becomes a tug of war that's not really enjoyable to deal with. Or Aesol dips and just runs bot with them, and then when they try to do anything here, this guy will go back here, then he will react going back there. But if they commit, they fight. It's a fight. I don't know how to draw a sword. Something like that. It becomes a fight. So I don't really like that BLG. Like, I'm cool with them throwing some skill shots at them, but I don't agree with using your ulti. Like, I think just like hit him with this. That's cool. Throw your shit at him. Don't throw R, and call it a day. Because I feel like when you do it this way, it's like, okay, well, now I'm using Kalista, but they used Ashar. Cool, I guess. It's really not my favorite.
Maybe give up this dragon now. See if Shun has anything to say to it, though. There is a Vi ultimate.
He's had the better of Tien so far, at least, and other members have had the better of the objectives. He's been there. He's had the
maybe give up this dragon now. See if Shun has anything to say to it, though. There is a Vi ultimate.
Yeah, it's just kind of awkward. Like, the Verisar and the Kalista being gone just makes this kind of a dead play. So that was a failure by BLG's duel lane. What just happened? Because this dragon goes down, right? And so now you just have to make sure your bot lane can get back. It's fine. And then Tien just needs to jump over the wall and dip.
Other members have had the better of the objectives.
And that's it. Like, Jackie doesn't need to move up. He just needs to run back. Same with Ashe. He runs. He can even zone a little bit. And this guy can just walk out. And of course, you know, obviously Tien could like try to flash R.
There, no, he's not going to get it. He's not going to use that ball breaker for it. Elk and on in a little bit of trouble.
But like Jackie Love is getting way in there. I mean, he literally just kills himself pretty much. Man, that's a terrible Rumble ulti. Such a bad Rumble ulti.
Jackie Love still alive, gonna pop that whirling death, and now it's Shun who has the flash. There, well, Jackie Love still alive. Magnus, oh, they found the cease and desist. That's the sky's descent.
I'm more surprised that Elk is running so far back. I mean, I guess it's because of the Rex size, so for him, and Azir can still shuffle play, so for him it's like, well, I don't want to be caught on top of this guy, and then Azir like goes back at us. So I guess the line in which you fight on dips, but like when Rumble gets here, dude, just do this. Like, does he see this guy? I don't know if he sees him, but if he anticipates Jackie just running straight, it's Sojo over. No? I mean, you could also just do, like, if you're not even anticipating him, just do this one. Like, this one is so much better than, like, this shit. This shit was terrible. But I like that they turn right away. Because, like, once Rumble gets in there, like, Rek'Sai is, like, really slowed. Tien is slowed. And that's mostly from the harpoons. So Tien is slowed from the harpoons. And then, like, Jackie Love is like, okay, I guess I'll turn. It's like, no, dude, you're useless. Just, like, run away. And then he just dies. And Azir also... Azir can't do anything, so... Wow. I mean, they literally just get slammed. Choke slammed. Literally.
BLG fight back so well. What a non-time character teleporting to fight people. But if it's been, I guess we'll allow it. Hey, you get the past 10 times out of 10. I think through all this, I have to continue to highlight Elk. This man is 6-0. He's had a hell of a journey to get to this point. He has been in the league since 2018, and now he'll fight here on all by himself. It's something back to top. So things like feels like a bit of a consolation prize at this point. They've got themselves, a couple of kills here and there, but it hasn't been decisive. Got themselves a dragon. That's good. That's a genuine win for me. They get themselves the Herald. That's big too. In game one, we had top Beast 9,000 kills with a historical organization that helped the Elk milestone. They got 8,000 now hit by BLG. That's only their second finals as an organization. Would be their first victory. Deciding where it goes down. Then it is the Rift Herald that was secured by top.
Boy, oh boy. How do we navigate this? You're down 2k against a better scaling comp, who's also so happens to be a better teamfight comp as well. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, so On is approaching and taking vision with Acel, and based on the wave that they're playing on, it's like Varus on base to get an item, right? I think he's getting Knight's, yep, Knight's Edge. So now he can tank any of Ash's arrows, right? So if, you know, this was already a little bit dangerous for Kalista to do this in the first place because she's doing this on her own. So this one is good. This one is, like, bold. And I need to see if, like, he has the right information because Rel showed here. And oh, it's because the Rel took this and they knew that. If I'm Tien, like, I'm already on the lead with top, and my duo can go back here and push again. So, like, the best play they can do is, like, do a quick movement on mid. So you're pretty much teetering between these. I don't know why you would go here.
BLG find themselves safe again.
The best case I could say, it's like he just wraps around anyways, right? So now he's reapproaching the top situation, which does, like, surprise this guy. And you get a kill, and, like, Acel's still fine. You get another mid push. The Vi is just taking the red buff. Now she's, like, on top of the Rek'Sai, who gets to get away because he's actually, like, pretty safe. And then they kind of just overextend and die, which is kind of funny in many ways. I mean, like, the Vi is literally benefiting. Granted, I do think the 2-1 lane control is very evident for these guys at this point. And even though Rumble wants to push out bot, I think the Rek'Sai has the right idea in that he needs to sack this wave bot. Like, man, I'm trying to think here because like, what I see from Gen G is pretty smart is that they have TPs at the ready to respond on these kinds of situations. So you're gonna do 2-1 control, and then you have TP to make up for that other lane when it gets that situation. But having this for this long does definitely help. So if I'm Rek'Sai, I feel like, I mean, like, granted, it does hurt the fact that you don't have, he doesn't have TP, and he also, the bot turret is not dead, because like if it was a deeper push, then your timer's a lot longer. But I feel like if the Rek'Sai just shot straight top, and then you just re-control mid, it's not bad. He also could just play for camps, which, to be fair, is a very viable thing. Like, he could just do camps and waiting, and yeah, it's probably not worth him moving up towards these situations only because he doesn't have, again, no TP, and bot turret is still up. So yeah, he probably should just go to Krugs or something. And then Jean's like, you know what? I can kill this guy.
Oh, they're bringing over Elk as well. Equalizer from Ben across the top. He gets denied. He's going to have to burn the flash out there. Love on the other side gets Chains of Corruption, and the engage is coming through. Look at Ben. He's going to flash with the Flame Spitter. Jackie Love got to get out of there, bud. 369 is all by... He's going to have to burn the flash out there. Love on the other side gets Chains of Corruption.
I mean, personally...
He gets denied. He's going to have to burn the flash
Personally,
out there.
I'm pretty sure this guy... Oh, so his Q gets canceled in the first place. But he could sit here and still fight. I don't know why he left, like, Elk. This is like one of those situations where Elk definitely should just stand and fight, especially knowing that Draven has no flash, so you can probably chase him down and kill him. But he kind of like wusses out a little bit, which is surprising because Elk is usually pretty good about this. And then naturally, like, Tien is basing and coming back bot to recover, and yeah, they just get like 2 freebies. So, Yahoo!
That's finally something more of what they needed, rather than the options.
That's definitely going to be a second item spike for Jackie Love as well, even though Elk is already on that. It's important that the Draven gets any resources possible, because he is that bridge damage over to Cream. He did it at Leandry's second item right now, but the engage on mid, look how much damage he does.
Rumble should have went top. Rumble should have went top because Rumble has TP, and then he actually could pressure the turret if they have to give the dragon. But that's not the case now. Then again, Acel's TP is almost up too. But, you know, it's just another case where, like, what is Elk doing after this? Because Elk, he has half mana, you know, maybe he needs just, like, one more wave to kind of get what he needs. And so if this is the case, you know, Acel should go mid to take the mid wave while Elk is on base. And then, yeah, Rumble should just go bot. Don't even, like, think about top wave, just go bot. But instead, you know, On is dying for the sake of Elk because we're like tempo griefing. And he didn't even have enough, by the way, to buy it, like buy the item. So what he's doing is like pretty useless. So they get the dragon for free.
Have this guy descend, so they're really looking for a fight right now.
They're also looking to just copy his access towards his mid lane. So you're gonna be a mid lane out start falling, that's a big thing. BLG, we talk about how when they take these towers, they just run over them. It's gonna be a mid lane falling just now. It's a big moment. Really just felt like 1v1 mid lane.
Then tried to do that last time, he got killed, so.
Occasionally that happens. Folks, leave that to the architects.
I see. Now we have Baron on the table. This is something top esports can play around with the same damage, not necessarily there. They have a damage profile. Collector competed for Jackie Love. We'll see top side.
Ben is quite out here. There's no response to this. Might teleport. I think he's out of position.
Yeah, he's completely out of position. This has been in trouble before, and he's all by himself at 1v4. And comes over to challenge right 369. Pays up.
Honestly,
Not bad. I mean, if you look at the map, this is one of those cases where it's like, yeah, we could have pushed out bot, but like we're more concerned on them having like the presence top side. Now, if you look where On is, On dropped one ward there. Dropped another ward. On should base here. Straight up. He should take an aggressive base. Because he needs wards. But what I don't agree on is that these guys go back on bot side, when reality is they need to strengthen mid and be positioned to defend top, and they didn't. And Tess knows this only because they have the vision on bot side because of the dragon. They were on dragon side, so naturally they see what's happening. So Ben's pushing this like he's fine, but the reality is he's not even remotely fine. Now they start Baron. We have... Oh, we have the Super Acel ulti.
Needs to make it happen. He's a world champion for a reason. They're gonna go for the and the Sky's Descent will come down in the end. Shun's in the pit, but it's way too early. He's gonna go in onto Jackie Love. They actually take down Tien, and now they get the double knockback there. He's in.
Oops.
Being able to
I'm trying to think here. Like, it was smart by Maiko, because if you notice, he goes here so they can't see him. So this is like impossible to dodge. Now this guy is Kalista art and he has this. So the reality is Knight should never be here. Elk should be the one who's actually fighting forward. That way he can always be saved. Asol plays behind him. Yeah, you can throw your E, back up, wait a second, press R on the timing that Vi's gonna hop over for this dragon situation. And when it slams, Vi's over and you're playing the steal. And it's actually very doable to do this as BLG. Unfortunately, they didn't really think about it.
Shun's in the pit, but it's way too early. He's going to go in on the Jackie Love. They actually take out the end. But he gets a double knockback there. Shun can't get any more damage down, though. That's TP. They're going to move out this time. As that a big play clear, come down. He's going to immediately try to maybe take back his pass, being able to TP in 1v5. On, have that baseball. Oh, Jackie Love dies to the Baron. No, he misses the piercing arrow there. Has got to move it forward. They got the void rush, and there it is. 3-6-9, baby, rolling all nines. He gets himself 1,000 gold shots. I wonder how many shutdowns he's
Crazy.
Some things. Top esports around the Baron again show that BLG cannot afford the disrespect. The long range dash arrows. I really think it's Mako. He's making a lot of difference here. Against BLG, pick after pick has left BLG scrambling. I think they can't sleep a little bit. They were so in control of this game. Fantastic play. Arrow out forward one. Might go down. Yes, he gets the ultimate. The double knocker from Shun back into it means that the damage is still pretty good. But still, the fact that Asol does not get to play this fight is a big amount of damage missing.
Mako using that piece of terrain to block the Enchanted Crystal Arrow sightline there. An incredible moment where Knight was ready to put them down to pound. And it's really top esports from a lot right here.
And Baron getting involved with things as well. Seriously, we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about Cream in the mid lane, so he also with the triple kill. Zero game one. I think a lot of people were worried about him hitting whatever. I think that was on BLG. This game, though, it really does feel like Cream, he's not allowing BLG that same ability to outplay him. He wants to take things into his own hand. 5 and 2, as long as he completed that stage, this will be very important.
And again, this is the farthest that Cream has ever made it. He was the OMG prodigy. He was the guy that was dragging OMG's dead body across the finish line so many years ago. In his first split on another team, his first split on top esports, he's in the finals.
This is definitely like not how I imagined LPL finals to go. I mean, of course, there's plenty of fighting, which was expected. I mean, it's a meme at this point that like you watch LPL for fights. But I do hope to see more like some better planning on some of these approaches, especially towards side lane. Like, right now, I do not have a lot of faith with TN. I just do not.
Had a very, very close game in the one game, not so much now. Yes, and started the first week, but in game 3-6-9, they won't find anything there, they don't bring any stuff, but they do have presence on the map. See, the angle from 3-6-9 potentially been a flash knock over a wall. See that BLG, they have to be so careful sidelines now. So
and also, I'm just kind of more sad about how Bin's been playing, because, you know, everyone always talks about Bin like he's the fucking god and everything, but right now, like, Bin is just like, I don't know, the Rumble game, even the Aatrox game, I was like, eh. What did he even play after that? Rek'Sai. The Rek'Sai game was okay, but not incredible. But if we're watching this, it's like, okay, so Rek'Sai just pushed out top, and he's now getting the next wave, but deep. And then they try to play on him, but then these guys are coming from behind, because they have, like, the first mid push, so like you're doing an overload play, right? And then, like, you know, the Varus R hits, like, the Rel, but the Rel's pressing W, then the Rel re-engages, which was good by TN. And then obviously it's just like a Kalista support, but the Kalista support is like separated from the Varus, so like naturally Jackie Love can just flash and kill him.
Well is there for a reason. You're always gonna pull up water unless you're in drought. Now they see top esports is in drought or in full spring water. They're 5,000 away from down this one. It looks like he might flip it soon. Not gonna go in the pit just yet. Not gonna be denied. Oh, he does.
Nice sweep.
Cream, the man with the difference.
Nice sweep.
Has that denial for BLG, and now it's top esports moving in like the predators to the prey. The void rush comes out for 3-6-9, gets him. And now the backline he is, but he's all by himself. The red light comes up plus for Knight.
Alright, 3-6-9 went a little too deep.
They're looking to take down top esports after the fight with their way. No way. Sunday's coming down. He's not gonna get Cream. He's for Jackie Love there anyways. Oh,
Man, these Rumble ultis have been dog shit.
Not gonna get Cream. He went for Jackie Love there anyways. Oh, Black Force on. He wants it. He wants to make the difference, and he does. That's so big. 5 members from top esports are dead.
Giga BLG, they take all Baron Bucks with it. Top esports fought so hard for that objective, and then denied it not even 30 seconds after they claimed it on the top side of the map. You cannot afford to think the fight is over against a team like BLG. They teleport back in, and they sweep them off the face of where was I? The ability to go to the pit itself. Cream uses the ult to keep Shun out of the pit, but that means the sweep is not there.
Now, of course, you know, I don't want to make too many assumptions between, like, LCK and LPL teams, mostly because it's one series. Like, I didn't watch the entire set of games, but I don't know, man. Like, based on what I'm seeing, like, dude, Keen looks so good. Maybe he's had the series of his lifetime, but he looks so good. Okay. I mean, if you look at where Tien's contesting, he has a like a below half health, like Azir, who has the base. So this is probably dead already. We're contesting the vision here while my Draven is from base plus Ashe. And
But BLG are rebuffing them at every turn.
like, does he know? I mean, he has this thing which showed no one. They could be here in theory.
The reverse sweep, but BLG are rebuffing.
And he kind of just goes in. He's like, I think this guy's inting. And like, they just go on him and he's dead. Like, okay, great. I mean, interesting.
You might not know El from his time on Team W. You might not even know him from his time on Ultra Prime, but you know him for his time on BLG. The man is 10, 1, and 6 in a defining game, and you have to put some respect on this guy's name.
BLG, they have done so much work making these players into superstars. 2023 was the year they went from a good team to an elite team. Now they have gone from an elite team to be the best damn team in the LPL. There's rank coming up now. We saw top esports, the fight isn't done. There's every chance they can fight their way back. They need to find this backline. They can use their tools with less efficiency than they've done in their previous fights.
This is a soul for top esports. BLG needs to deny TN. On the other side of the wall,
How do we do this, guys? That is wild. I did not anticipate that.
BLG need to deny it. TN.
He goes over the wall. Do they even know they're here? I mean, they know they pushed, but like, they're not 100% certain that like Asol and Rumble are on this side. And if he's over the wall, like, yeah, he can wrap around, engage, whatever. I'm pretty sure Asol just sits here. I'm almost certain Kalista. Does Kalista hit? The only problem with this comp is like you're pretty much full zoning, right? You're full zoning.
This is a soul for top esports. BLG need to deny it. TN on the other side of the wall.
No flash, no flash.
Gonna take the
I think they just retreat the wrong way. Like, they have to turn. I mean, that's for sure. So the turning route is like here, right? Like, you turn here. When they enter this into your range, unless they face check, like, unless they like check this correctly, you're gonna flop a giant Asol thing over. Vi's gonna jump over and just latch onto someone, and you're gonna fight forward. That's pretty much it. That's what you do. If you wait or you disperse, then it becomes a lot worse. Like, so this guy's coming over, and the second Rek'Sai starts jumping in, like, it's already over.
BLG need to deny it. TN.
Like, when this guy jumps in here, I would like to see Vi just go forward and pressure them, and you just go forward yourself. Like, that's all you can do. Varus even misses his R, and this, again, these guys have no flash. No flash, no flash, no flash. He's the only one who has flash, so Cream could have a lot of presence, but it's just like, what are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing in this situation? So now Tien, who's just like doing this Hail Mary play, ends up looking like a god. Like, he catches the Asol, who had flash. I mean, he literally could just press W at this point, and he could have just pressed W and gone this way, instead of waiting. And he dies! He literally dies!
Oh gosh, you cannot take your eyes off of any member on the back of it. These fights are not from the back, they're all over the place. Dragons decide, top esports, they're walking in line. They have the Rens on, they have the potential. He needs to make it happen. He's a world champion for a he gets killed, he gets denied. Top esports, they are completely done. Here goes Spring, he misses the engage, but actually gets on. Doesn't matter though, Champion goes wide. Jackie Love trying to get the games down now, but plays fair. He tries to get the last that's a nice response from Jackie Love, the mechanic coming out clutch. Oh, Nature just about lives. It's not sold the top esports. It's not the end of the game, but it's definitely not what top esports wanted from that one. Once again, really feels like BLG have just come down on him like a ton of bricks. Janus will have room to maneuver. He has tried to find his clutching engages. He does get on top of the night just before that comes across. He can't get that seal. BLG. They are once
I don't know.
so hard to just execute. Finish off these fights so difficult.
I guess like we remember on that, you know. But I think the coolest thing, and I think fans of LPL for a long time will listen to this.
Horrible Rumble build too. He literally built armor. Oh my god, my brain. He literally bought armor and he's a Kindle gem. Like, this guy is actually just not doing it.
And I love it because for two teams that have literally decided most of their season by 15 minutes in the game, we had multiple long games in this year.
That's fantastic. It means that these old gods of each of their roles, the new blood can decide it here in the now.
Baron started, we've seen this before. Top esports, they want to burn it. They want to take it. Shun can't get in the pit. The Baron gone to Tien. They don't want to take engagement back in.
I mean, what can they do? I mean, my Varus is 11-1, by the way. Like, Elk is 11-1. He's just hard chilling. And yet, it's just not happening. Knight's Asol, not happening. Bin's Rumble, terrible. On's Kalista, actually not half bad. But, like, the parts he's inting is, like, not ideal.
Using this Baron Valley, about 2 minutes is at 3,000 Baron power play right now.
You know, that golden pocket has led to huge we need to say more about this Draven. He's almost at that full build, Jackal on screen.
Jackie loves Draven, you know.
Yeah, this is how he started. You know, he was the Ravens trainer, went pro, said, okay, fine, I guess I'll go to the World Championship.
I'll model a little bit. No big deal. Everybody doesn't know he's a model. He really was.
I can consider that. Look, throws out those axes onto the wave. Means that Ben has to use that ultimate in turn. He's going for this more tank build on the Rumble, which means he can be a bit more obnoxious in that front line to try and survive. But see how he do that will be. Same with the Baron. Have managed to safety push him. That was the question. They push in, but safety. Now, just for now, yes.
Minute left on the Baron. Oh, Nate over here. He's got so much damage. The Morello's is there too to keep the healing down. 369. The burn his flash for the wall. Meanwhile, another tier 2 down. That's all outer turrets down for BLG.
I mean, you just don't have damage. You can't do anything.
Probably should. See if there's any planning commission for demolitions, because I feel like I wasn't part of the plan for BLG.
Like, I'm actually just letting this play through because it's like, at this point, there's not much to really talk about.
And I think top people definitely want to take advantage of that.
On the other side as well, I really say top people are very good at that game. On the whole, we do have ourselves Soul, technically top esports, so it's a big thing for BLG.
That was dangerous. But at the same time, he can just rel W if he gets Varus ulted, so not the biggest deal. This now is making me believe that maybe Rumble was not the pick and that maybe they should have gone Cassante. Because Cassante can stop the rel engages and have more forward pressure. But then again, you know, you choose Rumble in the sake that you're going to kill them with Rumble. And you know, these guys have like the turret, they have a lot of pressure, Ash Arrow's gone for a little bit, and they have to work themselves back through this situation. And like, good on Michael to like be in their face, throwing Ash volleys, and it just is what it is. And now that they lost this, like every time they get hit, they get slowed. Like Vi just went in. I don't really get it.
Still very far from going in. Clean fights. They can't get the
Like, at least they need like some vision at least. Like they see Michael here, and so he wants to go in, but he also goes right on top of 369. And everyone has flash, by the way, so like the chances of this like turning out the best, no idea. And of course, if you look at where Knight's doing, you know, Knight can press R here without going over the wall, and then go in when it's getting a little bit closer, and then he'll have a lot more like pressure. But these guys will always like dodge the 0R, always, and that's it. That's literally it.
This is not going to be a clean sweep. This will not be the easy road to a title. Top esports let out a defiant shout, and they will not go quietly into the night.
The night is dark and full of terror. The top esports will light the flame that lights the room, and they move on to the last 2 towers here. They have resurged. The 3 world champions of the experience across the board. We got a series on our hands.
What's a late game between these two?
So my MVP, I'm pretty sure my MVP of this game is 369 and then Elk. I'm pretty sure it's a 369 MVP situation. Elk was like good, and like On was like pretty good too. And I'll admit, like there's some moments where Tien did well, but man, Bin and Knight kind of failed, and that's a little disappointing. On to game 4, guys.